My love for you goes beyond attachment and fear of loneliness. I love you like I love the stars in the sky. I know they are not mine, but they give light to my life and my dreams. I like you because my world seems more whole with you by my side, because you fit into my corners. Because you paint paths to create the maps I want to travel, and I choose to share it with you. This is love without attachment. A relationship without blind dependence, where each member is able to respect the space. The relationship is enriching and mutual. Love should bring you happiness and allow you to discover the best of yourself every day. If all it gives you is sadness and suffering, then it's not love, it's addiction. If it fills you with excessive jealousy, fear and obsession, then it is attachment. Sometimes the word attachment provokes disagreement. We cannot deny that love for someone involves being with that person all the time, worrying about them, thinking about their face, their voice, their essence all the time. There is a bit of obsession and neediness that comes with love, which is normal, especially in the beginning. But we are talking about attachment in its full meaning, and the kind where we lose our identity and inner balance over that person, and the kind where we leave no room for the individual's personal growth and freedom. This is where suspicions arise, and even a need for control. Emotional attachment is a very destructive type of addiction. It is not an exaggeration to draw parallels between emotional attachment and addiction. Think of blind passion, where you have to have the person you love with you at all times. And when you don't have them by your side, your world crumbles. You start to distrust them and you develop a need to control your partner. It is dangerous. Wanting someone is not bad or dangerous. Desire gives life emotion, purpose, pleasure. The risk starts when desire is transformed into necessity. This is when the attachment develops. When you lose control of yourself because you think you can't live without the other person. It is important to be able to live without the other person. We cannot become ships lost at sea when our partner leaves our side for a few days. If there is trust, there is no need to develop such immense fear. We should learn to live by ourselves and feel whole, secure and content with who we are. Only then can we establish a healthy romantic relationship without any negative attachment. Love them but don't need them. Share with them, but never give them everything without expecting at least recognition in return. We need to experience positive attachment in childhood to create bonds with our parents. This gives us security and the opportunity to grow up, to feel loved and recognized. After this stage, it is our turn to construct our identities, personalities, and integrity. Here we will feel safe with ourselves, who we are and what we have achieved. If you feel good about yourself, if you see yourself as a safe and happy person with good self-esteem, you will be able to build a stable and good relationship with someone else. You don't need other people to fill your empty spaces because you don't have any. You don't need someone to take away your fears because they are healthy. You don't need someone to relieve your loneliness because you are not alone. Practice detachment or avoid codependent relationships. Love is worth nothing to us if we understand it as suffering. It is worth nothing to us if it fills us with the fear of being abandoned or betrayed, or with the need to rely on the other person to the point that we become puppets without our identity. Don't dilute yourself in the other person. Don't do anything for them at such a high price that you end up falling away like a shell of someone who has lost their soul. Conquer your addiction to attachment and fight codependent relationships. We know these ideas are easy to read and understand, but that doesn't change the fact that even knowing it, you can still fall into this type of relationship. When it comes to love, no one is in control. However, when you find yourself in this type of situation, it is your responsibility to know how to react when you realize what has happened. Emotional release doesn't mean breaking ties. Time will come to put emotional freedom into practice so that you can walk free, more confident, wiser, able to love with integrity and without fear. Allowing our partner's personal growth will help us be a more emotionally mature and nuanced person, which will enrich the relationship itself. We should understand that practicing emotional release is not the same as breaking ties. On the contrary, you respect yourself. You maintain complete trust where you can let the other person be because you know they love you. Because you love and trust the person who chooses to be with you for who you are and not just to avoid their own loneliness. Detachment doesn't mean you don't have the right to love, want or hope for someone with all your heart and soul. It simply means that no one owns anyone. If someone owns you, they control you, and if they control you, it means they don't allow you to be yourself. Being free inside is not incompatible with creating love. It is leaving room to let the passion feed you, without need and fear, and offer the best of yourself to the other person.